Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 23 of Direwolf20's server play series. Logging in after letting my Quarry run overnight. Soren, Elaram, and Tog are on the server hanging out with me. The two gentlemen are in TeamSpeak with me. Elaram, as usual, not talking. But I don't think she's even in TeamSpeak to listen.
Yo.
We have a new version of Red Power 2, and it's got a couple new locks, which I'm excited to show. Looks like we've got a new item called a voltage transformer, and we've got new types of wiring. So just the old blue trick cabling is not the old thing that we had before. So now you can see there's a 10 kilovolt wire and a 1 megavolt wire that are just kind of upgrades of the blue alloy wire. There's no recipe for the 1 megavolt just yet, but you know, we got some cool stuff going on. I'm interested in checking those out, though to be honest with you, I haven't quite sorted out what those do yet, so couldn't tell you. On my to-do list for today, I've gotten quite a bit of scrap overnight, thanks to my Quarry doing its job. Pretty nice. And I got a lot of marble tons to the point where my sorting system clogged up, and I was happy to see my sorting system clog because it means everything worked the way it was supposed to. So I actually got a barrel here to fill up with cobble. You can see I've got 64 stacks of cobble at the moment, and everything kind of did what it was supposed to do. The buffer clogged up, the chest stopped at the buffer line and just waited there for me to clear the hole, and on this side everything shut itself down because the relay jammed itself up. Also, Soren updated Zycraft and forgot to give crystals an item texture, so they have a block texture when they're placed in the world, but they don't have an item texture. So as soon as the advanced item loader and the buffer fill up over here, or the relay, it shuts off as a result of space inventory not being actively true. So it just turns everything off here. So awesome and cool stuff. And then I can just, when I teleport through, I'll push the cart here, and it'll start unloading items.
Whistle at my forgetfulness.
What's that?
I whistle at my forgetfulness.
Yeah. So I had this lever turned off to prevent the cart from moving, because honestly, I've got a pretty solid amount of resources at this point, and I don't think I need the Quarry to continue to run. So I'm going to let the cart just hang out for a bit, and we'll see what happens. But for now, the recyclers are doing their job, and all the items are getting routed around appropriately. How cool is that? I love watching that stuff happen. So on my to-do list, like I said today, it's time for an MFSU, and possibly I think I want to start getting some UU matter so I can get my quantum armor. You guys know I just hate not having quantum armor, right? Yeah, I think everybody knows that. So how about I get some items put together, you know, a few things that I'm going to need, and I'll be back because, yeah, it'll take a few minutes to get everything ready. All right, see you in a bit. Alright guys, I am back and have placed my MFSU. Hooray! So I've got an MFSU hooked up here. The power is flowing out into an MV transformer, into a LV transformer, and off to all my machines over there, which is cool because it means I get to have a massive amount of EU storage. You can see it's already filling up courtesy of my lava tank in the background here. You can even see my little lava cart is off collecting more lava for me. Soren's chilling with me. What's up, buddy?
We didn't blow up.
We didn't blow up. Like, that was an accomplishment for today. Like, you know, what do we call them? Yeah, we didn't blow up. We were pretty happy by placing this stuff down. Achievement get, not blowing up.
There we go.
That's what I was looking to say. So yeah, I will probably want to break this, and you can even see some like ores and stuff down here. I'm not worried about that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to, now that I've got this thing set up, get a mass fab ready, and then I want to place a mass fab probably right about here, and that'll be a nice hookup to my high voltage line. Maybe, actually, I might want to power it a little differently. I don't know, I'll have to figure out how I want the power to flow, because depends. If I'm going to be piping items in, it needs to be piped into the bottom of the mass fab. So I can't power it from the bottom. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Alright guys, YouTube, I'll be back when I'm ready. Alright guys, we are back. And I'm making a nice and fancy machine. Yeah, time for a mass fab. It had to happen. I was running back and forth because I don't have a compressor here. And I don't feel the need to make a compressor at this point, just because I have the one in the shared resource room, which is, you know, just fine for my needs. So I'm going to steal from the high power lines and hook up the mass fabricator. Hooray! And it's already running because that's how mass fabricators work. And now it's not running anymore, which is good, because I don't want to be drawing power at this point. Next up, I need to figure out if I want to keep this power line going into, I don't know, whatever it's going. Yeah, let me figure out, I have to do a little bit of testing to see if the eye-sightedness of this changed. So I'll be back after a little testing. Alright guys, I am back and making a piston. Well, I lied, I'm not making a piston because I'm practically out of cobble and iron in this chest. So better get some. Nice stack of iron. Now that I've got a quarry going, I'm a little bit less worried about resources, which is always nice. And since I have some gold in my inventory along with some red doped wafers, you can probably guess that I'm about to make a filter. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm also going to need some wool. Now, wool is actually a problem for me. I think I'm like completely out of it, and I haven't seen sheep around these parts in ages. So I best find myself some wool. Yeah, that's obsidian, right? But I do need to get some painting going on.
String. Yeah, string.
Oh yeah, string can become wool, can it? That's true. I still want to get some sheep though, because I want to get a wool farm going. But yeah, string, you're right. See, this is me not knowing vanilla mechanics.
Is that vanilla mechanics?
I don't even know.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. Like in some survival maps, it's a lot easier to find 12 spiders to make your bed than it is to find 3 sheep. Because sometimes they just, they're like really rare.
That's not the right kind of paintbrush. I'm making some paintbrushes, by the way, because I need to do some stuff. Alright, so it's iron. Okay, that's why am I hearing Enderman teleport around? Or is that you, Soren, trolling me? Soren's like, what? I'm not even on the server. Are you? You're not on the server, are you? So that must be Enderman trolling.
Enderman.
I'm just hearing Enderman. Like, I'm just letting you guys know. Like, I'm hearing little teleport pops and stuff, and that doesn't sound good to me. So I'll get a yellow painter and a red painter.
And there's no Enderman. Should I be concerned?
Yeah, probably. You'll hear it, dude.
Okay,
like, it's very clear. Enderman sound. It's happening. Things are bad. Alright, so I have to move
I don't hear
this.
it.
Well, you're not on the server anymore, because you're a noob.
Mm-hmm. And a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
I have
Paint
one
this guy red.
Ethernet cable.
Paint this guy yellow. And now these guys don't connect. Hooray. That's the cable, by the way, that feeds my MFSU. It wouldn't be a terribly bad thing if they connected, but it would create a loop between the output and the input of my MFSU. So I did not want that to happen. So we're running the cable along the back here, which will make things a little bit smoother. Next, I need to place a filter, and I'm probably not going to be able to place this filter without a screwdriver, so I best go get one. And give me 1 second, guys, because I need to get something else ready before I film this next part. Alright guys, we're back and getting ready to set up this connection here. So basically, if I set up a filter and rotate it, there we go. I think that's the right way. Yeah, that's not. There we go. And then run some pneumatic tubing to it like so. I should be able to run this stuff pretty happily. Now all I have to do is tell the filter that you're only allowed to accept scrap. And what this will do is set it up so that this filter will pull all scrap towards it. Because remember, pneumatic tubing will send items to the closest available inventory. What does that mean? It means that when the scrap leaves the recyclers, which are here, okay, and now let's look at this behind the wall. When the scrap leaves the recyclers here, they have one of 2 possible ways to go. They can head off to the right, which will send them way down all the way to that retriever, or they'll head off to the left, and which will be the closer of the 2 inventories to the filter here. But only scrap will be sent this way. No other items will be allowed to enter this filter. Hence, no other items will be allowed to enter this machine, and we should be in pretty good shape. So, last steps should be right here. Connect this up to this cool guy. Hopefully I have enough pneumatic tubing. I'm probably 1 short, because that is the luck that I'm having at this moment. So I will go make a little bit more of this stuff. Makes sense, and I'm 1 short. Just 1! Luckily I do have some brass on me. And this crafting table was closer than my pocket crafting table.
How does that work?
I was like 2 inches away from it, and the crafting table on my inventory was like further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just hit C and open it. As long as it's in your inventory, you can open it.
Oh, really? Maybe that's interfering with Ray's minimap. I should probably change that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
I changed them to JKL and semicolon.
Alright, so let's see what happens
Makes
here.
sense.
Hopefully, we should see some scrap getting produced from this stack of cobble that I just placed in. Come on, scrap, don't lie to me. And, like, any day now, I'll produce a piece of scrap.
2 days later.
There we go, I just got one. Alright, hopefully this thing retrieves out and goes where I want it to. Are you going the other way, scrap? Bad scrap. Oh, it is going all the way this way. Why would you go all the way this way? I thought you would go to the closest inventory. Even though a retriever's pulling it, I didn't think that would happen. Alright. I've got another plan then. Like, that is not closer, right?
I'm coming over to visit
Okie dokie.
and
I'm
give you
going
a
to get
second
myself a
opinion.
restriction tube and see if that helps any situations.
All right, where is your recycler? And
Right up,
whatnot?
it's the one with the hoppers on it.
Well, you have a restriction tube going into the input of those. Is that intended?
Yes, into the input, yeah. Because I want,
So-
like, the recycler to be the last line of defense of, like, I've got junk and I don't want to deal with it. So I'm going to put another
Alright.
stack of cobble in there or so. And let's see what happens with the scrap as it gets produced. So basically, like, what I'm looking to have happen here is have the retriever pull it out of the recycler, but still have it send it to the mass fab. Oh, that's really unfair. It's not going. Did I rotate this thing the wrong way or something? Or wait, does it have a jammed face on it? It does. Why does it have a jammed face? Is there redstone around here?
Maybe. Oh yeah, like your lever turning on your mass fab. Yeah, that will jam it because it goes through the
Oh.
mass fab.
Yeah, it
You
does,
need-
doesn't it?
You need a block buffer between your mass fab and your lever. So like, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so that shuts it off. Now let's see if scrap wants to behave itself. Courtesy of dirt. So yeah, the filter was jammed. That was the problem. Probably. Hope you guys are
I don't
enjoying this
see any-
YouTube video where I watch
Yeah.
scrap get produced. Oh, come on, it's still not going? I was pretty sure retrievers just pulled the item out, but it still went to the closest available inventory. I guess that's
Nope.
not the case anymore.
It does.
Not
does, right?
Exactly. Retrievers pull out to itself, but if there's another retriever asking for the same thing, you'll go to that inventory.
Another
So, if you
retriever
had an
asking
entire-
for something?
No, it should totally go to the filter. Where is your retriever? Where are you?
It's behind the furnaces. Like, it should go to the filter, I would think. Well, if this isn't going to do what I want it to do, I might have to change this up. I really thought this would behave itself a little better.
Oh, you
Alright,
put a restriction tube on it and it still didn't go?
it's still going to the
No,
retriever.
I
So I
think-
guess it's going to the retriever.
Yeah, I think you did the same kind of setup in 1.2.5, and you had to change it because of the same reason for
Really?
the server. Yeah, your little corner in the sorting room.
Yeah. Weird. Oh well. Let me think this through, YouTube, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, guys, I'm coming up with a plan of some semblance. Yeah. We're getting there. That is not a screwdriver.
Still working?
Still working. I got something going. Don't worry. There's a plan. I didn't say it was a good plan, but it's a plan. Alright,
Better
so
than
this
nothing.
thing is going to filter scrap. And we're going to run it straight over to here. Now, scrap comes out the sorter with a pink line, right? So, pink scrap. And I'm basing this on a kind of a hope that this line is shorter distance from my chests up above. And again, a little bit low on pneumatic tubing, but this should work. So the filter will prevent rubber from going into the bottom of the mass fab, but it should allow scrap to come in. So that's basically the plan. Is scrap will get through, it'll be painted pink. And then from there, it'll go to the mass fab and get mass fabbed. And that should work, in theory. In theory. And it should all happen under the ground. So that'll be kind of cool, actually. So let's see what happens now. I'll take this lovely stack of cobble. What's the other pipe wire iron can respond on? Just red, I think. Alright, so what should happen is this thing should start doing its thing, right? Cool stuff happening. And then let's see, is scrap going to come and get pulled out? There it goes. And see, look, pink is going down this way. And we don't have to worry about rubber going that way because of the filter. So the pink should filter its way and head straight through to the filter slot. And then get ejected straight into there. Perfect. Now we've got a system that's working. And I can cover up this mess of floor that I made.
Working systems are cool.
It is, you know, better than not working systems.
Indeed.
Look at that. Nice and fancy. Now the next part is coming up. I should have this thing cooking. Gold is blue. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Blue and yellow. A gate. Okay, that's cool. So I need probably one of these guys, cobblestone. And Soren's just chilling.
Working on 1.4 stuff.
Good man. And this thing will set up right here. Who's that, CBW? What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Alright, so no amplifier, emit redstone signal. That'll stop it. Whenever scrap shows up, it'll turn off the redstone signal, because it should have amplifier in there, right? Is that still not working? I have to yell at Richard G.
Is what still not working?
The no amplifier thing. The redstone gate signal for amplifiers.
What is an amplifier?
The scrap. There's a gate
Scrap.
conditional for scrap, and it doesn't seem to be behaving itself.
Oh,
As
like,
amplifier, emit redstone signal. That's the opposite of what we want.
Mm-hmm.
there isn't like just that has inventory.
Yeah, but scrap counts as inventory. I'm gonna have to start pulling that out anyway, don't I? Alright,
You mean like UU matter counts as inventory?
something like that. Yeah, UU matter counts as inventory.
The
All right.
slot that holds it.
Well, this is kind of working, so I will, I guess, be back once I figure out how I want this thing to behave itself. Yeah, this isn't working either. No amplifier. Redstone signal. Amplifier goes in.
Is this working? Oh.
There you go.
CBW's talking
Barely.
Yeah, got microphone, I think.
now. Yeah, it's a little staticky. All right, YouTube, I'll be back. Hopefully once CPW has his microphone all sorted out and, you know, I sort out why this isn't working.
I thought CPW was becoming a...
All right, YouTube, I am back, and I figured out how to pull UU matter out very easily. CPW still? I think, yeah. CPW still have a microphone problem.
Yeah, his mic's opening.
But there, that's how I'm going to pull UU matter out with the timer ticks. Awesome. So let's get this going, right? Like, I'm going to put this scrap in here and just, like, for now, knock this thing off and put the lever back on. And what we should find is that as soon as you make UU matter, it got pulled out, which is perfect. So nice and easy, no complicated mess. Everybody's happy with that solution, right? Now the UU matter is going to go up right now and be like, I don't know where to go. But I'm going to change the UU matter to go to the pink chest, which is the same one that the scrap's going to. So the scrap, rubber, and UU matter will all go to the same spot. So just as soon as this thing shows up, I'll get the UU matter out of here and put it in the appropriate sorting line. Awesome. So we're getting there with this UU matter machine. Next plans involve probably a fancy cover for that spot. You still on the server, Tog? Yeah, you are. What are you doing over there, buddy?
What am I doing?
Yes.
I
I should come visit you.
am mining.
Oh, well that's boring.
Well, actually, I'm just transferring resources between my mining and my base. My turtle is mining.
Cool. Alright,
Which
so
is-
now that I'm pulling this out, by the way, I can say... Now that I have it automatically pulling scrap out, I can say... Inventory empty, redstone signal. So as soon as the inventory is empty, it emits a redstone signal. And when we get more scrap that goes in there automatically or through whatever, it'll be good. So let's check this out. Grab a stack of stack. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. So as soon as I put this in here, the scrap should have the amplifier going through, and everybody's happy. Look at that. And it automatically turns on when there's scrap. It's going to automatically pull the UU matter out and filter it up to the chest upstairs. How cool is that? Everybody's having a good time. My mass fab is working. I love how neat and tidy this system looks too. And then as soon as the chest or the mass fab is empty, watch the red light turn on. Boom. As soon as it's empty, it stops drawing power and it stops everything, which is perfect. Alright, I will be back in a minute then. Alright guys, I'm back. CPW and Soren and Tog are still hanging out, chatting mod stuff, and I added a relay to my system here so that I can manually feed this thing with many stacks of scrap at once. So you guys go back to talking about your modding stuff, and I'll kind of point out to my viewers how I made this thing.
So let's just be
So
clear,
filter.
today is Monday, 1.4 lands on Wednesday, and we're already debugging 1.4 fixes for Zycraft because at this point in time we are pretty much ready to roll with 1.4 modding. Various mods are ported, I'm sure Direwolf's told you.
Yeah, for those of you who have not been following me on Twitter when I'm like bragging about all the hard work that CPW and Lex Manos have done, it is now 2 days before 1.4 hits, and Forge is done, FML is done, Buildcraft is done, Industrial Craft is pretty much done, it just needs to be built, and Iron Chests are done. So like, these mods are ready for 1.4, and 1.4 is not out yet, as of the time of this recording. So, thanks to Sarge, who got MCP going very quickly, based on the 1.4, rollout, and then CPW and Lex worked crazy hours to get FML and, Forge going. And then now, we're really hoping that there will be a quick turnaround for 1.4 modding. It won't be like a month or two before mods are ready. It'll be like they're ready within a week, if not possibly before 1.4 even hits.
Indeed. That's the goal at the moment. We're hoping that a lot of the major mods will already be switched over. So, but anyway, I'm not sure what you wanted me to look at on SciCraft.
In 1.3, there was a class called Vec3.
Yeah.
So it had a method where you get the vector pool. That no longer exists.
Oh, it's probably had a new parameter, so it's got like a func name at the moment. I'll just adopt the func name for now because 1.4 is not released, MCP bot's not updated, so you can't actually rename the function back to what it was yet. But once 1.4 releases, we'll be able to fix that function name. But that's my guess is that. So go and look and see if you find any func82 methods out there, because I'll bet you one of those is your old vec3 method again. It's just added a parameter or something. There's a couple that have done that on the container stuff. It looks like your containers have added players to the slots, which is actually really handy because it means that you can actually track the player much better when you're doing crafting and stuff now, which is great. The automatic workbench is already taking advantage of this fact.
Oh yeah?
The new one, my one.
How so?
Basically, because it's now using a player, I can actually capture things. So, for example, I built a cake making machine.
Watch this, by the way, guys.
And it was able to capture all the buckets as they drop and stack them neatly in its inventory, which is quite nice, I think, because you used to have to use an external chest for handling the buckets, and
That is nice.
it'll put it out on a pipe if it finds pipe there as well. So.
No, there's just no accessor to it anymore. There is a parameter that says my vec local pool, but there's no method to get that. I looked through all of them.
All right, so
Really?
when this chest shows up, it's going to allow this
I don't
thing
know
on,
why.
On 1.4.
and
hang
it'll
on a
allow
second,
this
I'll
to
take my
empty,
phone.
and we should see everything turn on automatically. Ta-da! Everything turns on automatically, and the quarry starts running
Vec 3
again.
or Vec 3
Nice.
You
can see the quarry arm in the distance there. Doing its quarry type stuff. Also, CPW, huge congrats on the fact that all the lasers and quarry arms and everything seems to be working pretty well in this version of Buildcraft.
Yeah, that's PSX. He's done an awesome job. I don't know what he changed to make it work, but it's working lovely now. It was fixed a wee while ago. It seems to be working really well in the latest builds.
It really does. It's working great.
Which field are you after? 82592? Or my
Can you tell me,
Vec 3
CPW,
local?
why is there apparently a memory leak whenever I jump between dimensions a lot?
You're running an old forge.
Oh, really?
See,
You
Probably.
fixed that already? Because that's happened since 1.25.
I
there
mentioned
was
that
a
too, and
leak of well climb,
Yeah.
but it was fixed a while ago.
Cool.
It
I
was
think
my
I'm on
joke
like
writing
Forge 305 maybe. Is that old?
That is old, but I thought I fixed it just before then, so...
see,
All right, maybe I'm 303. I don't know.
no, Direwolf is noticing the same issue I was noticing, and I don't know what is leaking, but I'm pretty sure it's not Java. I'm pretty sure it's native OGL is leaking on World Switch.
Have you updated your LWJTL? I'm running 8284.
I can't say that I have.
I do suggest it. It changes a lot. It makes control much better. You know, sticking keys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All fixed. Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I'll look into it.
Minecraft ships with 2.4, which is like 4 years old or so.
Mm.
They can't
Gotcha.
update because of a signing problem they've got on the applet when it gets onto Mac browsers or something weird like that.
Where's
thought
your
we
house
did
anyway,
update
CPW? Where is your house? I want to come visit you on camera before I log off.
Oh,
PW's
CPW's Tree Hut, I think it's called, or
Tree Hut?
Leafy Palace, or something like that. It's in the thingy there.
You renamed it?
Yeah, because it's just a leafy howl. Yes, there you are. Hello.
Hey there. What's up?
It's
I'm
not
about to
very
wrap
well
up this
built.
episode, so I figured I'd come by and visit. Oh, you got some of the red power thing going on here.
Yeah, I was just testing it out because I thought it looked very, very cool.
It's neat, isn't it?
It's really cool.
Have you tried turning it
Definitely
on?
tried.
Oh yeah, yeah. Watching it go completely nuts and then drain the power in about 2 seconds is fun.
Yep.
The upstairs is the pretty bit. I like the upstairs.
I hear lots of zombies.
Yes, there are stupid zombies.
Oh, I do like this. This is cool.
Yes, I love the new leaves. They're so pretty.
Yeah, yeah. Extra biomes is awesome.
And I disguised my house so it looks like trees on the mini map, so it's hard to.
It does. You can't even tell, like if you're looking at the mini map, that there's something here.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my house. It's not very pretty. There's going to be a railway line underneath it.
Oh,
down
nice.
in this big hole.
Ouch! I fell.
But no,
That's cool.
I need the MyVec 3 local pool.
I'm working on a quantum suit as we speak.
It's public. and
Oh, you got the
final,
charging
so
bench
it should
going.
be-
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually shown that on camera yet. This is the charging bench. It will charge your sonic screwdriver, and potentially other things in the future. Let's just
Yeah,
say
it's
I don't
not
think LRM made the charging bench just for the sonic screwdriver, even though that's the only tool that exists right now. I would
It's
be
a battery
shocked.
box too.
Is it?
For
It's a
two
battery box.
batteries instead of 4.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but that's the other thing that's useful for. Did you get all the beehives that are around it? There's about 4 in the forest.
Yeah, I gotta go check on my beehives. I should do that right now too. Because you know what's not working right now?
What's that?
Insertion pipes.
Is that broken? That's advanced buildcraft, isn't it?
Yeah, the additional buildcraft objects. Like, there's 2 of them, right? The teleport pipes mod gives you insertion pipes, and then additional
Yeah.
buildcraft objects gives you teleport pipes. And additional buildcraft objects is not working, and teleport pipes is not on the server at this point. So, yeah.
But DSB still hasn't updated it, has he?
He said him and Kyprus are working on it, but no, they're not updated yet. So what I keep finding happening is, like, my insertion pipes are not working, and therefore, like, they're basically acting like a regular cobblestone pipe. So it's randomly choosing whether or not to insert the bee into the hive or not. So it looks like not really working. So I have to get more proposals.
You do know that regular pipes, now I'm not sure if it's in this build, but regular pipes now have basically insertion pipe behavior. It's not completely insertion pipe behavior. It's not guaranteed not to drop it. But if it tries to put it in the inventory and that path is no longer available, it won't first drop the item. It will try other routes from the same pipe,
Nice.
except the one it entered from. Yeah, no, that was a fix that Covert put in a wee while ago. Very handy.
Really? So it'll try the machine first, basically.
No, it won't try the machine first. It will try a random direction first. But if it can't go that direction, like if it tries the random direction that's the inventory, and the inventory is full, instead of just falling out at that point, it will go back in the pipe and go the other random direction.
Yeah. Also, I feel like these things aren't staying loaded properly, or something weird's happening. I don't know what.
What's not staying loaded?
Well, I don't know if they're not
Chunk
staying
loaders?
loaded. Well, it should be. I don't know.
They seem to be. I noticed that my chunk loader doesn't always load when the server crashed. And that may be that it was just an unfortunate timing when I put my chunk loader down. The server crashed shortly afterwards, so it never wrote the chunk loader record out.
Gotcha.
But if you redeploy it and then wait like 10 minutes, it should write the record out. Because it goes with the rest of the world save. So
basically break it and put it back down.
yeah, and it should work.
Because, like, I don't know, like, I'm looking at this one bee, and there's, like, a queen inside the beehive, and it's not using up the impregnated frames I put in there, which makes me think, like, it's not running. But it's, like, the closest beehive to the API, to the chunk loader, and then ones further away from the chunk loader look like they have been running. So I would probably be more willing to say it might be, like, forestry being weird.
Was it possible that it's just that the bee can't find food?
I don't think so. It's not complaining. It might be that, but It shouldn't be.
Yeah, but that often takes like about a couple of minutes for it to load that. And if you don't stay around long enough, it might never actually load and show you that it can't find food.
It could be that. It should be complaining. I've noticed if you take out the B and put it back in, it also complains a little better.
Yeah, that's true too. Hopefully St. Gear will actually get around to updating forestry shortly.
Yeah, I think he will. I'm hoping that we get like forestry and everything else ready for 1.4. And then we can just be like, boom, 1.4, ready, how's it going?
Yeah, just put it on the server, deploy that with the boss and blow up the world.
And then make Slowpoke get the FTB mod pack ready, and then it's party time for everybody.
Yes, indeed. You should be able to actually build that thing now. Because I think we're at the point where most mods are not only functional, but hopefully with the 1.4 update they won't have too many problems. And he can get FTB going in a hurry.
I agree. Well, my next
want that
task,
out
I
as
think,
well.
by the way, is to get a tank with some seed oil in here. Then I can start really going crazy on impregnated frames, because I'm going to build like a whole... Are you? What's that?
Yeah, I was gonna, because have you seen the farm? Someone moved it, and it's now absolutely rammed full of seeds.
Oh, the wheat farm? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's seed oil time next episode. So I think it's definitely wrapping up point. I think I'm beyond it, but I was having fun hanging out with CPW. He's a cool guy, and I get distracted when he's around because he's awesome. So Direwolf20 signing off on episode 23, and Soren's here, but he's not as fun as CPW. Hope you enjoyed watching this episode. No, you are Soren. I kid, obviously. You're also cool. You're my sidekick, dude.
Yeah.
Right? Like I only have one sidekick, don't I?
Indeed.
Don't forget it. All right, guys, take it easy.